Hello everyone! We are back with a part 2 of the letter. I'm gonna put a quick warning, and I'm gonna read out all the warnings before we start, so it is in the video, as I kind of forgot in the first stream to do all the warnings. So this video will contain mature themes, and that some scenes that may be found disturbing, unethical, and triggering. It also contains offensive language, racial slurs, sexual themes, gore, and violence. So if you are not okay with any of them warnings, you are welcome to leave. You do not need to stay if you are disturbed by any means. But we are going to continue on our adventure. So we have our updates that we have written. I love the little pictures. And we have new recipes, relationships. So at the moment, Hannah and Luke, we don't know them, we just met them. It's even. At the moment, everyone likes us a lot more than they used to. But Rebecca, because Rebecca likes Ashton, and Isabella is stupid and doesn't realize that Ashton likes Isabella, I think. Ashton likes Isabella. Isabella is stupid. Rebecca likes Ashton. So, that's why she's not a big fan of us right now. But we are going to continue. Let's move my character slightly so you can see if there's any hearts. New relationships changed. Night has fallen by the time we exit the movie house. Despite the late hour, the streets are still bursting full of people. Those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering around. Walking in a sea of unfamiliar souls, it strikes me how easy it is for one to get lost in a city as nondescript as Luxembourg. I was afraid too. At one point, back when I was new, I had just set foot in this place. Now with unfamiliar faces walking with me, it feels a little like home. Oh, with familiar faces. Zach and Ash bid us goodbye shortly before Becca and I crossed the other side of the street. The former claiming he got a few freelance jobs to take care of before the day ends. And Ash? Oh, my bad. I right-click too easily. Who knows? He never tells. Sometimes he'll just randomly appears at your doorstep looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zach a lot, much to the later frustration. But he's a busy guy too, in spite of the laid-back air he gives off.
Thanks for today, everyone!
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
Nope. Already, straight away. The lady's back.
Huh?
Okay. A sensation. Cold, sickening, drowning. My chest tightening, breathing becomes labored. Oh, fuck. Straight away, at the very beginning, of course, I can taste blood in my mouth. The edges of my visions blurs. In the distance, amidst the countless nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me. Oh my lord. Pleading, even as I clench my eyes tight and gasp and clasp my hands over my ears. Whimpering and whispering and whispering. Calling out. That's creepy.
No, not me.
Somebody.
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At the whole world suddenly snapped into place. The murmur's gone. When I open my eyes, Becca raises an eyebrow at me and
Weren't
questions.
you listening? Are you coming with me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Just... okay.
Yes, please, let me be with you.
Sorry, I spaced out. You always do that.
Oh, she's so angry because Ash has a thing for me. Goddamn. I follow her without complaint, but not before sneaking a glance to the far end of the street. Why would you do that? Where the voice came from, where another set of eyes might be staring at me. Fuck. Nothing. Okay. Okay. There's only Zack and Ash watching over us as we head back to where Becca parked her car. If I'm expecting to see something or someone there, I try not to let it show. Try not to think of the tiny pinprick of fear crawling at the pit of my stomach.
See you guys some other time.
Yeah, see ya.
I'm gonna die. Another glance with a final wave, and we're off our own ways. I don't know what I saw. I don't want to know what I heard. I don't want to know. And if it is what would help me sleep tonight, what would give back that normally in my life, then so be it. The darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in without warning. I'm falling. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, that's the noodles. Ah, some pictures. Your underwear. You got a little sheep, a cat. Some more pictures. That is adorable. I see it's 5 in the morning. Good to know. I don't see anything else that explains you. My snap opens. My eyes snap open. For an instant, it doesn't immediately register where I am. Both my back and shoulders ache after I've fallen asleep, all hunched up in the night before. Drenched in sweat, the nests of pillows I often keep around me feels more suffocating than comforting. I let my eyes adjust to the bright morning light screaming through my windows and allow my breathing to slow down before untangling myself on the pile. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxbrunch, or at least none I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not the crazy vivid, but the more pleasant kind I tell my siblings about. Maybe I'm just stressed of living alone. The knowledge that I've always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
A habit forces me to look over the clock, even the soreness wearing heavily on my shoulder and the compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. Mood. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel? Where's my towel?
I don't see your towel. Admittedly, it's a weekend, as an unspoken rule that entitles me to an extra hour of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. And right after what happened, oh lord, one box of donuts as a peace offering will be enough the second time around. Grabbing my towel, I'm already a few short steps away from the bathroom where muffled ringing breaks out of my bag. There's a moment of indecision at first, my mind conflicted whether I should just ignore it or answer it. But what if it's Rose? Or worse, our boss? Oh, sheesh. Oh, let's just save. The part of my brain wins out. The letter from yesterday peeks out when I pull the device out. Just as a sight of it enough to put me in a foul mood, and it takes every force of will for me not to ignore it in the favor of answering the call. Mama!
Huh?
Huh? Oh wait, I don't have to do that. It's around 4:55. Oh, that must be like an hour behind us. Oh no, that's in the afternoon. Okay, it's a different time zone. In the Philippines right now.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's around noontime here, and I'm the one calling. Not the other way around. Better for them to use that money on something else than a call. Regardless, in the most cheerful tone I can
Hello?
gather.
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good, we're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tint lit in her voice as he speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there's something I can do for her. But from miles away like this, the least I'm able to not do is make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand, but Lord knows if that ever happens. Odds are, Kuya Jordan's already out drinking right now. Again, I can't count on my older sister either, knowing she has a family of her own and, well, and financial certification is exactly great right now, having ran herself knee deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
Papa? It's a subject that I'm a bit hesitant to broach, but the way Mama's voice hitches, she doesn't want to bring it up either.
Papa. Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds. But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well. The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with the sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us. Now, the burden of feeding 8 mouths and setting Papa's bill all rests on my shoulders. Although Mama makes a little, accepting sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scary enough to cover the cost of a day of today living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even expect help from our own government because the health insurance that barely covers anything.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. I start to think that the call got cut until...
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa.
No.
And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter.
Damn.
I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama. You told me not to lie, yet look at what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition, too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Aw. Kolan Kaiwowi? Where are you coming from? EJ, the youngest, used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a defined answer to? 5 years later, I still can't give them a straight one. I smile though. Mama can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. No need to wear her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There's a small commotion on the other end, the sound of gates opening, the voice of a child, EJ, talking excitedly about his day at school, the tapping of the feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can't still picture the whole scene in my head. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama arrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today.
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
No.
I love you. Bye.
Oh. There's gonna be an image of our family. Oh my god, that is adorable. Give me a moment. Okay, that's me. Oh my god, I love that. That's adorable. Okay. It ends with a soft click, leaving half-truth and empty promises hanging in the air. Closing my eyes for a moment, I take a deep breath and shakes away the thoughts are beginning to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over those things right now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Yes! Unfortunately, before I can take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt Mama forgot to say something.
Mama?
Oh,
Did
Rose!
you forget anything?
Yes! Cool, Rose Mama!
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom.
Are you sure?
Are you still sleeping?
You can be my mummy.
Hold
Mama.
on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Oh.
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble?
Yes.
Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do I do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
There's a telltale din of several feet shuffling against the wooden flooring, and an instruction yelling in the background before Rose cuts the connection. That isn't in any way comforting, but it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone and finish my shower in record time. I make it to our office in 20 minutes of leaving my apartment, completely discovered and out of breath. A feat if I take into account on my usual time travel. Routine, common to Bureau Reality Complication Luxborn office greets me as soon as my foot crosses their hold. Paper rustling, telephone ringing as spotted individual agents talking in very volumes, staff moving about and...
Where the hell is C? Where are my employees?
Uh-oh.
What the actual fuck, guys? Of all the times to disappear without notice.
My boss' words turn muffled as someone else closes the door in his office like the work of our HR manager. Throughout the past week, he's been in a bad mood over a few employers who failed to report to work. I hear they're still trying to get a hold of them, but no avail. The resort in their hard load have been shifted to all available staff, so it's not to lose clients. Not that I make the extra work, if anything. It means I'll have more to spend on my family back home. Although the rumours of a brunch closure circulation because of this is indeed a bit worrisome. My bag barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulled me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers.
Okay.
If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
One after another, she thrust a bunch of paperwork in my hands without explanation. A page fluttered away from the top of the pile. I leaned down to pick it up, my eyes scanning the top of the page as I straightened. A portion of a sale agreement. Oh my god. Rose simply gestures her thumbs to the section of our visitor lounge when I tilt my head in question. There, seated on the sofa, looking completely out of the place, is a humble, decorated room. It's the same people from the day before. The Wrights. Something bubbles in my throat. Their presence in my office can only mean one thing.
They're buying it? We got a deal?
Yes! Swats at my hand, tugging her sleeve, although her eyes are alight with something skin of joy. She wants this sale to happen as much as I do, and now that it is here, the deal needs to be closed. Yeah, documents need to be signed still, but the election is there. Along with the forbidding feeling I can quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
We got the money.
Paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible.
We got the money.
I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
Yes!
Even with that urban legend?
Rose knows.
Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'd haggled it down to the lowest possible price if I were in their place, especially with the stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just their agents who are going to receive a healthy commission after all, nothing more. Rose gives me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, and an unspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish work she left me. In fact, having our boss sign the agreement is the easiest, since it puts him in a better mood to the entire office relief. Guinea pigs on the chase. Ma'am Hannah calls me over the moment he noticed my presence at the lounge door. Story update. She welcomes me with a bright smile, her movements more open than the ones we would typically expect from a passing client to have.
Oh, Isabel! How are you feeling? You looked awfully dreadful yesterday.
Oh, thank
Isabella,
you.
I'm fine now, ma'am. I appreciate your concern.
I really don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a fairly common name. It shouldn't be too hard to remember. Regardless, I hand them their copy of the agreement.
Wonderful. Your team works unbelievably fast.
Hannah skims through each of them with her scrupling eyes, checking every page for inconsistencies and errors. Despite the unassuming impression she gives off, she appears fully aware of what to look for and process contract like those undergoes. It is surprising, to be quite honest. I haven't pegged her to be someone who is well versed in those things, yet here she is. She shows some of it to her husband, and he responds with the same passive interest as if he's more than happy to leave everything to her. I can't tell if he's purely because he believes he's capable of, or doesn't care about what they are buying, or he simply finds paperwork annoying. Apparently, satisfied with what she's seen, Ma'am Hannah claps her hands together before extending it to us for a shake. Rose and I release a breath we've been holding, both of us more than happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then?
Are you really sure about this property, ma'am?
Oh, Isabella, shush.
We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
Something not haunted, perhaps. Rose shoots me a warning glare that clearly say, "Don't make a scene, we're almost there."
Of course.
I agree,
Why
Rose.
wouldn't I be? The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it.
Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am.
Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan after all. You know how much thought should be put into those things.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, wouldn't it be better if we handle it ourselves? A personal touch of sorts. It is our housewarming party and our new home.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, and before we forget...
She distractedly folds something in both of her hands and winks, a finger raised to her lips, demanding our silence.
I know both of you worked hard on getting us this beautiful
shit.
mansion.
Holy shit! It's money! It's money! I love that it's actually dollars. I love that it is pounds. God damn it.
Did I mention we reward our people generously?
But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this.
Don't you worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us. Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
She smiles sweetly like this is simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh, before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plan as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house. You can do that, yes? Here's her contact.
Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible.
I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to see you two soon so we can get this closed.
And just like that, translation over and done with. My mind's still reeling even after they left. Other agent would kill to have a client like them. A part of me feels lucky about the fact that no lengthy negotiation, no sudden changes of mind. Just talk, signature, a few handshake here and there, and we're done. The other part, the second ago, we sold a haunted property to two innocent No, it's fine. We got money for our dada. Papa. Sure, the commission's big, but enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and the hospitalization. Big enough to pay for all four of my younger siblings' schooling. Heck, I'll keep me away from instant noodles diet from once. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well, once the deal has been closed, much to my sanity relief. But knowing that something in there, and we gave it to a good couple despite that. Oh, Isabella, the things you do to sell a house and get money, Papa won't be happy with that. At least I have good news to tell next I call home. The little lie I told Mama this morning isn't a lie anymore.
Well, there's something. So how does it feel?
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Memorable is an understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too. Aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Send it home, probably?
All of it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
I don't know. She slings an arm around my shoulder and leans in close to my ear, as though she's about to share a big secret.
It's okay to celebrate from time to time.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food. Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me. But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
She quickly removes herself from me and answers the phone on her desk. Her tone shifts from playful to professional in a span of a few seconds.
Today? Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Must be another Carolina. Nothing surprising though. There, she's one of the BRC's top agents. No matter how modest she appears, a salesman through and through. I, on the other hand, may have a little knack for it. Of course, I've learnt eventually I had to, but someone else will, without doubt, do a better job. Once, though, in a drunken supper, Rose told me a story of what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed, young, and brimming yet to be fulfilled dreams and ambitions, she was a term or two away from nursing degree. Avocatually, I never pressed on the matter further, but then perhaps it's where the sense of foundness started. A small connection due to one similar experience in our respective lives of goals we both let pass us by because of the
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
She throws a wave over her shoulder and she rushes out the office. The lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by the chatter and fellow agents also heading out for a much-needed break. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out, but oversleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch today. If one considered taking an instant noodle cup from my pantry, packing your lunch. Time to make good on that promise I made to Becca, I suppose. Maybe invite Zach and Ash, too. And then only Becca and Zach could come. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached. All the cell went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again, right here again today, gone the next day. Oh well, his lost. We have agreed to meet at the nearby cafe, the same one I picrew with Becca because it's cheap and they give away free bread around closing time. Quiet, a little old-fashioned, though, looks a wee bit out of place amid the city tall buildings, but we love it all the same. Much like its facade, the inside carries a unique charm to it. Vintage art pieces and row of shelves boasting an expensive collection of books cover the walls. It could have been nice to hang out here for hours on end, but even on the weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach has already found seats and are engaged in a casual chatter when I arrive. It's strange seeing the two of them without Ash being there. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny, but there's distance, the kind born purely out of different interest. That or Zach's simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, I won't blame him, he is. He might be tallest in the group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca!
Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
A waitress to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a heartily serving of the special vegetation stories. Zach takes anything with good helping of meat, sausage, or potatoes in it. But today is a good day, even great. It's not wrong to induce a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
Even the person jotting down our order looks surprised as today's meal choice. She writes it, nevertheless, and leaves without a comment. Becca furrows her eyebrows, her mouth halfway open, ready to let loose what likely strings of
Don't worry. It's my treat.
I need a drink. we go. The glance he sends my way reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, I never did it again after she made me say sorry the next day. But Becca's far from being my mom. A small sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of the funny story that from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we are each served for our order. It isn't anything fancy. It isn't anything fancy. This is fancy. Pan roasted sea bass with couch dress. Yeah, this is fancy. I never did pay attention to wherever I come here, since they price whatever written way above what I'm willing to spend on the food on a single day.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
Me, when I go to pastries, I could get a slice of cake or a sausage roll, not gonna lie.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Oh, she's hungry.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say it, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
An expected grin breaks out on my face, except...
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca only raising an eyebrow at me, while Zach appears like he didn't get the punchline to another lame joke Ash made, and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. My instant noodle days are over. Ash is not here. We should celebrate. Oh. I'm gonna say that one because I feel like, because Becca likes Ash, I feel like us joking about Ash would make her jealous and hate us more. So, my instant noodles days are over.
Let me do that again.
Yeah! Okay. Okay, they both like that, so I'm gaining my friendship back with Rebecca. That's good.
Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, the expression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
Seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yes.
Yep.
Which house is this? In Anselm Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh. Oh, wow. That's...
She lets out a hum, although she's nodding. She gives the expression of someone who heard something unbelievable and is still forcing her brain to observe it. Does he think we wouldn't be able to sell it? Have some faith in me, Becca. I am not your best friend, or what?
You don't believe me?
The words tumbled out of my mouth before I could stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat, and judging from the look of their faces, it seems like they are too. Me and my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something.
Yes!
What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out? Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pursued me into it more like. But I'm not gonna tell Becca about that. Knowing her, she'll only worry.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
Money.
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
Money, money, money.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle. Well, there's you.
Yep.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
I began to gather their plates to my side, the food in each still untouched. A laugh almost escapes my mouth when, with the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Zach, my baby. Becca's hand interrupted me as I was about to pull her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding. Don't go all pouty on me again.
Oh, this is two different people. One, we got one person who's like, oh, my food. I'm gonna go be sad now. And then one's like, don't touch my food. I won't even give you the chance to take my food away.
I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I allow myself to smile, gently and uninhibited. It's strange talking about this with other people, even those who have known you long enough. But today, things simply feels a whole lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, a playful jab there, but most of it spent on catching up and telling stories about whatever keeping us busy those days. Something we couldn't afford to do the day before, taking into account what happened. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. Is there something in the sea bass we eat? Zach, though, appears less energy. While he's far from being the life of the party, he definitely does not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from the few inputs, he been silent the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Uh-oh.
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
Oh, you're in trouble, Zach.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
A pain expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately, Becca retreats in her inquiry, as though the man's look is enough to answer her. I look between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glanced at Zach, her motion unsure eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there is a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, it has always been better to wait, let him speak on his own. Becca too, to some extent, although with her explosion of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with a shift of his shoulders, gesturing for her to go on with a tint of his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything.
Oh my god, Isabella!
Stop dangling the information, Becca!
Isabella, you are stupid. I don't even know what's happening. But I can tell that Zach's movie, people didn't like it and said mean things. God damn it, Isabella. I don't like
Zachary,
her.
I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
Oh my god.
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
From now, her tone raised in anger. It seemed like she's the one slighted and not Zach. A snicker escapes me, which I promptly stomp down as soon as he sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say. If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something. If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
It wasn't a question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
My palm strikes the table, sending a tableware on top of clicking against each other. I didn't even notice when I rose from my seat. But here I am, chest heavy, looking down at him in the same manner a teacher would at my untruly student. Becca probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there are some things people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How unexpected. He, of all people, should know.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
An amused glance is in her eyes when I turn to her. What does she find so entertaining here? Help me here. Your friend is about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I haven't read what those people wrote about his work, but a few scratching words shouldn't be enough to discover someone. I should know after all.
Failing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as a flush of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
Burst of laughter comes from Zach.
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
Yeah. That's no face at all. Only a poor indicator of a puppy dog eyes, if you could call this one.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys.
Oh, I love Zach so much.
Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. What's night ain't for another week.
And that's all the answer I need from him. As a sentiment as it sounds, there's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you walked. It's not like it's over for me though. I still have time. I could still come back. Do my own thing, do what I really want to do. Surely, once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. Inside my bag, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking our pleasant afternoon lull. Rose! The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She states that as if I already explained everything. Then, out of the blue, she launched a long rant about the awful state of the Luxburn Street. All of which he says is a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. I stay quiet, if only to avoid becoming the next object of her frustration. Similar to Becca in that regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
When she's finally run out of things to complain about and stops, she says next still has none none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Just a quick mumble pleas for me to meet the right interior designer instead, and
Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye.
classic Rose. He ends the call without even asking for my input. Hey. There we go. The sky is cloudless, and the noontime sun is beating down on the hard constant when we leave the cafe. It's far from unbreadable, but enough to put most people in a fickle mood or made them vulnerable to chatting something. No wonder we have staff member going owl lately. Not to mention my boss mental moods. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usually cloudy weather back. For all the grips about the unpredictable weather, though, the streets of Luxembourg remain constantly busy. The horrified tapping of the shoes against the pavement and the inane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd fills the humming afternoon air. A small reminder of the things we still have to do, regardless of how much I want to return to my comfort of my bed. Back to Buzz reality from me and Zach to meeting with the magazine publisher featuring luxury houses and Becca to her lesson plan and books at home. But more than one, I capture sneaking a longing glance over something displayed on a shop window. Does she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her this Christmas. I turn my head and the last shop she checks out. A fleeting glimpse. The world stills. Hello. We're gonna save. Okay. Hello, bitch. She looks at me, eyes hollow, gaze piercing, and boring into my very soul, like a set of chains to keep my whole body still. They are no shadows or whispers this time, only a plea, a hum, low and distant, compelling me, beckoning me, intent of dragging me in the void beyond the glass. Oh my lord! I don't dare move. My heart hammer against my ribs, each beat, every thump screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't, fuck. All my limbs feel heavy, while my own breathing stains in the face of her calls. Oh, shit.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin, and wide unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest forces me to take an intensive step back. I try not to stare at the delaying flesh, the blood steaming from the gaping wounds of her arms and her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after I got what I want for Papa.
Oh no, stop. Leave me alone.
Oh my god. Fuck off! Her face content as she lets out a wail, sharp and utterly forgiving. Rage. There is only hatred and bitterness of the very notion of turning away from her is offensive in itself.
Please! I don't want this!
Before I know it, I'm stumbling backwards, my own throat hoarse from the screams I didn't even notice already coming from my mouth. The back of my feet catches a loose stone, sending me flooring on the ground. The resulting pain completely jots me out of the haze, blurring my mind. For a little while, my surrounding appears unfamiliar until Becca's face swims in my vision. A look of concern is on her face and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zack appears beside himself. With a worried wail, he stands behind her, acting as a shield against the small crowd of the onlooking already forming around
What
her.
happened?
Bella, you okay?
My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window. She's gone. yet the full burning feeling hasn't left me. My hands are shaking as I push myself off the ground, my weakened limbs replying softly on the reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made it home at the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up. Anything to get this wrenched sensation out.
You are screaming! Zach, call someone!
No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Oh my god.
Careful! Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt to smile to put her at ease, but I likely come off a glimpse. This is going to be a picture of the girl. Oh no, it's all shattered out. Gently, I push her hands off my shoulders. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Leave. Leave me. Stay away. Away. The humbly shuffling, everyone's stares are unnerving, and Becca and Zach's concerns are suffocating. I don't want to be here. No more. I break into a run. I wish I hadn't left my bed this morning. Here, with the cushion drips of water on the sink, the whirling of the fan blades keep me company. It's easy to fall into a circle of negative thinking. But even with the clutter to keep me company, the room still feels a whole lot bigger than usual. I hug my knees closer as a group passes by outside. Loud. So loud. If only there was a way to turn everything out. To keep my head from replaying every image, every sound of her. Her screams, her awkward jants as she reaches for me, her bone-chilling smile, her pleas for enough. That's enough. A shiver passes me, though it's not from the hair still hanging damp against my back, nor the draft that enters the door from the window I've left open. A gaze shifts over the letter sitting on the coffee table. Its edges flutters in as the wind touches it. Funny how a normal-looking piece of paper can bring this much trouble. The impulse to throw it away or rip it into pieces is still there. I can easily do it, but after that, what? Will she leave me? What about those people who have already seen it? Will they be okay? This uncertainty groans at me, knowing that she's real and might also go after the people I care about. I wish someone would listen. Believe me. The absurd break in silence nearly breaks me to jump out of my skin. Blindly, I fish up my phone from under the mess of paper and cushions where I carelessly thrown it before taking a shower hours ago. Zach! Is he calling because of this afternoon? Frankly, it's the last thing I want to discuss, but I did leave the two of them without saying anything. Knowing Zach, I bet he's worried.
Hey, Zach.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
I pause. I don't recall making plans with Zach for the weekend.
Did I forget something?
Remember that guy I told you about? Back in the movies? The, priest? For the blessing? Does it ring a bell?
Alright. I did say that, but I didn't think he'd actually go through the trouble, especially after what happened with his film. Sometimes I forget how kind Zach can be.
Yeah, I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy. So, tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zach.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who suggested it to begin with. And, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that. You scared the hell out of Rebecca.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried. But I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden and you're not answering any of our calls.
He's trying to get me to talk. Normally, I'd tell him I'm fine. Say a few simple reassurances and put their mind at ease. Now nothing will form. I can't bring myself to say anything. He seems to have sensed my hesitation because he immediately changed the subject.
Yeah, anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burnt soup.
Yeah, imagine burning something that's very hard to burn. Yeah.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand.
Oh, remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time. Oh, damn, it overflowed! Really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
He hangs up before I can find him. The busy tone, the muffled echoes through the receiver. No one is saying this will work, even I am doubtful it will. But right now, I'll take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. Hey, oh, I love the drawing. Sleep comes easier tonight, and for the first time in a long time, I dream of a clear skies, of unrestrained laughter from children playing in the streets and a small camp dwelling. To an outsider, the sight does not paint a pretty picture. However, this is home to me. Morning dawned bright and clear the following day. Although the air still feels muggy, and I miss the chilly autumn weather, it's one of those rare weekends when I am up before my alarm rings. If it wasn't for Zach's call last night, I'll probably sleep in. When 9 AM rolls around, I'm already on my way to Indigo Mansion. How long have we streamed for? An hour and 3 minutes. Okie dokie. To think that I've had to go back, I'll be lying if I say I'm excited. I don't have to anymore. Rose happily gave me the paperwork duty when I volunteered. We're on the last phase of the sale too. We're almost. Paper to sign, documents to finalize, various other legality to settle with the current owners and all that still. Never mind that it's new owners want everything done when it's the week. When the process typically takes more than that. They want it done, we'll get it done. I really don't understand rich people, but money can do wonders. I won't be surprised if they be able to push the process just a little more, like they did to secure the house. The point is, I'm under no obligation to return to the house anymore. Running is an option, of course. I can now move on another property and forget everything. However, at the end of the day, it's always my construction that wins. What if something happens to those who have seen the letter? Ash, Zach, Becca, Miss McClaw, and the Wrights. The guilt will follow me to my grave. The mansion looms as we approach, whispering coming back to me, shadow culling. I hope this will be the last time. They are engaged in a quiet conversation when I find them in the mansion front gardens. But even with the familiar company, it's impossible to feel at ease here. No matter how I'm with, the feeling of being watched is there. Like the very place itself is aware of its trespassers. Zach, on the other hand, doesn't seem to notice. Or he simply doesn't care, or he's already used to it. I could never tell with him. Sometimes he's almost as hard to read as Ash. Almost. At least Zach doesn't ask for as much patience as dealing with Ash does, and say plenty about him. Miracle of miracle how the two have ended up to be best friends. He waves at me as I approach. True to his promise, Zach has also brought his friend with him, Father Norman. Somehow, I expected him to look older.
Oh, don't be surprised. They say people who have found their calling are getting younger these days.
Sorry, Father. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No offense taken, though I admit I'm a bit surprised. I didn't think someone would ask this house to be blessed after all these years.
You've heard of it, Father?
In passing. The occasional rumors and talk by the locals, nothing new. You don't spend years serving the church here without hearing a random hearsay here and there.
You never mentioned what you thought of those, Father.
Ah, but he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more.
But what I saw...
May not be what you think. It depends entirely on what you mean by it. If you're talking about spirit beings, angels, demons, then yes.
Yeah, I saw a demon.
Are we talking about the spirits of people who have departed? The word makes it clear that once the deceased has left us, they are gone. But of course, I didn't come here to bore you with a lecture.
No, it was enlightening, Father. Thank you.
Just remember that a god who loves his children would never let them linger once the time comes.
That's what my papa often tells me.
Your father must be a good man. He raised you well, no doubt. Well then, shall we? Regardless of what it is, I'm sure the mansion's new owners would appreciate such sincere intentions. From a stranger, no less.
He lets Zack and I walk ahead. A relief this way he won't see how tightly I'm clutching the strap of my bag. Father Norman, probably trying to put me at ease, but the worry, the cold, restless, foreboding feeling has firmly launched itself in my stomach, making it persist known for every step we take towards the house.
Hey, you okay?
I don't want to lie to him because the friendship group really shows that they don't like lying. So I'm gonna say this place gives me the creep. Yes, I ain't lying to shit. It's hard to lie when Zack gives you that look. It's just there. The kind of that explores a silent appear. I'm not sure if he even doing it constructionally. Another breeze blows and I try not to shiver. Try not to listen to the voices that may not be there.
Ugh, this place really gives me the creeps.
It doesn't seem more than an ordinary house to me, though. Damn, I should have brought my camera with me. I saw a few areas that'd be good for a shoot. You think the new owners will allow it?
Shh! What if you catch something? Or someone in one of the pictures?
It just means they want to be seen, doesn't it?
Don't ask for it!
It's not like we can stop them if they do.
You're really not helping, Zack.
All right, sorry. Don't worry. I don't think whatever's inside this house will do anything. I'm here, yeah? I'll take care of them. Or I think I can.
You're not that scary, but thanks. I'll be sure to run behind you if I see one.
Ridiculous talk, although the temperature repeat it leads to more than welcome. He offers me a smile in return, the least he can do. And with a slight motion of his hand, he gestures for us to move ahead, while my own fear are left forgotten in the time being. The things inside my bag chatter softly against each other while I rumble for the key to the mansion. I should have heard the telltale jiggle by now, but I didn't put it in my bag last night. A second later, I'm sitting on my heels on one on another, and I'm taking out everything from every pocket, every slip. It'll be a pain to put everything back later, but I'm sure it's under those nothing. Oh man, of all the times to forget.
Is something the matter?
No, I'm sorry, Father. I think I left the key.
No use coming up with excuse, and right after they both been taking the time to go this far away from the city. With a heavy sigh, I grabbed the door handle and pushed myself up, stringing of sorry already on the tip of my tongue.
Careful, Bella!
We've spoken with the current owners. Well, technically, you're not yet the owners, but...
There's a brief moment of confusion, and then I'm falling. The moment of the door swinging up and pulls me back first into the mansion floor before I can make sense of what's happening.
Ow, 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 my back.
What the? Isabella?
Hello, Rose. No time to nurse my bruises, back to make up excuses, because the next thing I know, Zack's gently pulling me upright by my arm. Rose looks down at me with a mixture of appreciation and something I couldn't quite place. I'll say it's relief, but she is good going, Isabella. Right after you volunteered to work on the papers. And standing behind her...
Ma'am Hannah! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Isabel. We always meet in the most interesting circumstances.
A complete understatement, darling. What are they doing in my house?
Obstructionally, he waves his hands at Zack and Father Norman, like their presence is a slight against his own.
I thought you said you wanted to do paperwork duty. What are you doing here?
Like a deer caught in the headlights. Unfair, Rose. That's putting me on the spot. And it leaves me no other choice but to answer.
The reason why I'm here?
Well, spit it out, Lily. We don't have all
Lily!
day.
Lily! My name is Isabella, thank you very much.
I'm just here to make sure everything is fine before you move in.
I am so sorry, Mama. You said I'll have to go to hell if I lie. I likely will after this, but there's no other way. While it isn't subtly a lie, I am here to make sure no one disturbs them after they move in. It just happens that I'm checking for and trying to drive away is paranormal activity.
Oh? The house appears impeccably fine to me.
Mr. Wright shifts his eye around in the careful manner as he's looking for faults in every curve of this house. The grin of his face, though, when he returns his attention to me, is similar to what my Cruiser Jordan had often given me when he was up to something. Usually a scare prank that eventually ended up in me crying. I never did forget why my brother sneered at me then. A part of me thinks that perhaps if I haven't been the object of his mischief in childhood, I would have grown a little braver.
Come on, little Lily. Lying doesn't do that cute little face any justice.
I'm not Lily.
I'm a very patient man. Now, why are you really here?
Right now, in my face of the almost intimate expression, perhaps even crueler from what I'm used to, I tore fall apart.
The truth is, I was just thinking we could have the house blessed before move-in day.
And why would we ever need to have this house blessed?
For luck and protection?
I shrink under his scorching graze for a second. I think that he'll start shouting at me. Instead, he laughs. Not the mocking, jeering kind, but the wondering if he's hearing things right. I'll say he's amused, but honestly, couldn't understand what was so funny of what I just said. Was it really that weird? Was it custom here? I wish Becca was here to explain stuff like this.
That's rich coming from you. When we saw Devlin Court, you didn't.
It's a small custom back home. I thought it would be nice to do something that would bring positive energy to the mansion, since this place has been empty for years.
And the papers, Isabella? I hope you did those first before this.
Yes.
Of course I did. It's almost done, in fact. But there are some items I still have to double check before finalizing everything. You know I don't sign without a thorough inspection. And well, this is what this is for too. I just thought it would be more efficient to do both at the same time.
Here I thought you didn't want to go back.
A job is a job, Rose. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then go ahead. No need to be so hard on her, Rosie. I personally think it's a nice touch. I was actually thinking of the same thing, but you beat me to it.
Darling, Buttercup, please. You know these things don't work. No offense meant to the holy man, of course. That does not explain the nigger, though.
Oh, I don't like you. You bitch. All of a sudden, there was an awkward silence that even Rose, of all people, seems to unreluctant to break. Oh my god. Although a desire to do so is inventory in the way her eyes nervously shifts to Mr. Wright's. Meanwhile, Zack's grip on my arm suddenly tightened. He doesn't say anything further, but there's a conflicting look on his face when I glance up. Beat his ass! That's the face he makes only when he desperately wants to give someone a piece of his mind, but chosen not to do so, mostly to avoid confronting and fanning the flame to an argument. He has always been like this, even though among his own friends, he chooses to take pleasure in stance despite holding a position of his own. Not that I won't say anything. I know Mr. Wright's client, but you can't just say that in front of the other people, in front of Zack no less. If Ashton was here, oh, I know he wouldn't stand for it. And neither do I. There was a reason why bullies back home never touched my younger brother again, and I gave them a taste of their own medicine. He might be 8 inches taller than me, but I'm pretty sure I can still land a hit or two. Punch him! Punch him! Oh my god, please. Maybe if only I'm not going to get in trouble with the BRC for it. But before any punches could be thrown, Mad Hannah cuts in.
Lucille Mitchell-Wright.
Yeah! Beat him! Beat your husband! In a voice too firm, demanding his complete silence. Yeah! Woman rights!
What?
Beat his ass! Instead of answering, she mercilessly crosses her arm and shoots her husband a sharp, disappointed glare. That seems to have done the trick. Yeah, you're gonna sleep on the couch. No, you're gonna be sleeping outside like a dog. In the fucking rain. Let's go. He immediately shuts his mouth, but not before muttering a few audio words under his breath. Yes, guinea pigs? Sorry, I got a bit excited, guinea pigs. At this, Ma'am Hannah could only sigh and roll her eyes, more than happy to get back on the topic at hand.
I'm sure she knows what she's doing, love. She got us the house, remember?
Beat his ass.
Who knows what a little positive vibe can do? It could even give us what we've been eagerly waiting for all these years.
What have we been waiting for? I don't think I was ever informed of.
Nothing you should worry about right now. Anyway, we've still got a few things we need to discuss with Rosie here. Over lunch, I hope you don't mind, Isabel. We'd love to take you with us, but...
Oh, no. Go ahead, ma'am. This'll take time. That's why there's 2 of us working on this.
Rose looks at me as he's about to murder someone, probably me. At least he won't have to stay in a haunted property, so he's getting the better end of this deal if anyone's going to ask me.
Oh, wonderful. I hope the next time the 3 of us meet, it'll be over a closed deal, hmm?
Of course, ma'am. Please look forward to it.
Rose hurtfully handed me the keys of the house before leaving, mouthing reminders to ensure the place of harmless threats for throwing her under the bus. I return it in a reassuring smile of my own, even if she's the one who often forgets. Ugh. And just like that, gone, as quickly as they appeared, feasting from one scene to the next, and leaving me wondering if this simply what's typical for the rich and famous. If so, I'd rather stay with my run-down apartment, or a little shack back home. There's still joy in the smallest things, after all. For the house this big, it's not surprising when ceremony takes a few hours to finish. The sun's already high by the time we gone through the last room. I can never say I'm a devout follower of my own faith, even with Mama's and Papa's teachings. But hearing every word Father Norman uttered as we went around the house has put me at ease. All of a sudden, the mansion doesn't seem so scary anymore. Maybe there is an end to it, or perhaps this is the end. Father Norman bids us goodbye upon exiting the mansion grounds. He has a business in the village nearby. He says a minute gesture to reach out the members of their parish every once in a while. It reminds me of a distant memory of helping hands and a few kind smiles that helped my family pull through every time we were tough. Before he leaves...
Isabella, a word before I go?
Oh.
Zachary hasn't been really forthcoming with your situation, and it is something I understand it wasn't his to share. But whatever burdens you, know that it's not a permanent fixture in your life. Besides, you have people to bear it with.
I bite back the harsh retort before they come out, mask and give her a smile as we wave the priest off. His words, though, meant to comfort me, has only left a bitter taste in my mouth, and if they don't believe me, what I'm meant to do? A hand lands briefly on my shoulder, taking me out of my thoughts before they take a sullen turn. But still, my smile doesn't quite reach my ears when I turn to him.
Say, do you want to go somewhere?
Right now? Where to?
Anywhere in the city. I'll leave it up to you.
Oh, hang out with Zach, maybe. Yes! Hang out with Zach. Hang out with Zach. Hang out with Zach.
It wouldn't hurt. I've got some stuff I need to buy. Groceries.
Friendship.
And there's a shop I want to check.
Is it real food this time?
No.
Let me guess. Rebecca?
She's just worried about you. Even I can't eat that much instant noodles.
It's not that hard.
Think of it as a talent.
Yeah.
Let's just go, Zach.
I smile, a real one this time, and devoid in unpleasant thoughts. Regardless of what happened between us those past few days, I don't want to think harshly on them. Zack had me wait on a nearby bench upon arriving, pillared going off somewhere. He hasn't returned since, and it's been a good 20 minutes of being left alone and struggling to my thoughts. In this weather, the city park gives off a lazier, more lunch-filled vibe than usual. When children usually are seen running around, playing there and that, and now people leaning back on their picnic blankets, simply enjoying the afternoon sun. The smell of the food drifts from nearby carts as if the wind blows in the right direction. One would catch the swift of a freshly trimmed grass. I'm gladly sleep on the bench if I wasn't waiting for anyone. Soon enough, I see his hulking figure running towards me, carrying a medium-sized box on one hand and casually waving the other at me. He's panting when he reaches my bench, sweat dripping professionally from his forehead, but there's a grin on his face.
Sorry, the line was really long. Really long.
Yeah.
You didn't have to run. Sit down first.
Nah, I'm good. Didn't want to make you wait for these.
I love Zack. I already know what's in the blue box before he opens it. Oh, that's adorable. Cinnamon rolls, all 6 of them trapped in the white cream cheese glaze. The very same one I brought after I sold my first property. After I met Zack, Ash, and Becca. Funny how such a small thing could trigger a distant memory, no matter how merchant it is. I do not free food, but why is he getting me those now?
What for?
He leans on the empty space beside me, wiping the sweat off his forehead before answering.
An apology. And his thanks for yesterday and the other day.
Oh my god.
You don't have to buy me anything, Zack.
You were upset. You haven't been yourself recently, and people kind of miss that, you know?
Are
I
you
love
just
Zack.
saying that, or...
No, really. Rebecca told me. You know how she is. Ashton, too.
Ashton was an ass.
Ha!
He should have been named Ashhole instead.
Asshole!
He went a little overboard, yeah. I can talk to him if you want.
He'll still tease me about it, even if it's Rebecca telling him to stop.
I'm so
Besides,
sad
I can handle
I
him.
don't have a friend named Ash.
You always do. And yesterday, when you talked me through my little slump, I thought, hey, I want our old Isabella back.
I right-clicked again. Didn't mean to do that, but it's fine.
Are you still upset?
There are times when I wish Zack had been my big brother, or Becca, my older sister. Cinnamon rolls? Oh, it's a new day. That makes sense. Oh, that's cute. Maybe life would have been a little easier then. Maybe Papa wouldn't be as sick as he is. Maybe I wouldn't be alone here. But then again, if they are what I wish them to be, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have met Ash too. Life back home is tough, but for all of that, I wouldn't change it for one selfish wish. In this city of 6,800 people I have people I could depend on. 3 of them, in fact. When you think about it, when you compare the numbers and odds of finding someone like them, amount of the sea of nameless people, I'm lucky.
Thanks a lot for today, Zack. You didn't have to, but you did. I can always count on you.
Just me? No Ashton or Rebecca? Oh boy, they won't be happy to hear that. I don't mind being the favorite, though.
Yes, you are my favorite boy. You are my favorite.
Nope, no favorites. But you cook better than both of them, so that's a plus.
Oh, you marry me.
It's always been fool with you, ain't it?
Yes.
Don't put it like that. You're making me sound like a glutton.
I am a glutton.
I'm not saying you are, but it does feel good to know there's someone I can invite for food to be able to eat all of it.
Yes! Zack, be my real friend.
Only that? I thought we were also art buddies.
Oh, that too. But the food thing really stands out when you think about it. You do eat a lot for someone your, size.
I am a tiny tiny human.
Low blow. I take pride in my height.
So, is it okay now? Do you feel better?
No.
Does it still scare you?
Yes.
A little. I'll be okay. I'll figure it out. It's not as bad as the other day. And Father Norman helped too. I should have brought something to thank him.
Oh, we could visit him anytime. He loves hearing from the young ones.
The young ones.
He isn't that old, is he?
Don't know. He doesn't tell. I think I might have seen his face somewhere before. I just couldn't recall when or where. Ash says he looks like his boss or the bartender at the local pub if he squints. Don't take his word for it, of course. He might have accidentally inhaled something from the forensic lab again when he said that.
This time, the laughter that comes from both of us is general. Back to usual. Things may have not been the easiest lately, but it certainly isn't the worst that has happened. We do end up sharing the cinnamon buns between us, despite Zach's insistence that it's only for me. But more than the food, there is a relief and commitment.
If you need anything, just ring, okay? Like when Ash annoys you too much.
Yeah.
I'll help you with him, best friend or not.
Yeah.
No way. I can take him on.
Bring it on.
Still an extra muscle wouldn't hurt, yeah? Just let me know, and I'll back you up. My sister knows this one thing to shut him up when he's being his usual self. Ask me what it is whenever you want, and I'll spill it.
I don't think that's necessary, but thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
He leaves me with a smile and a wave. Off to some new gig again. As for me, we still need to talk to Becca, Ash, and I. Put pretty argument aside like the adults we are all. This, however, is a start, no matter how small it may be. I just hope I can keep them safe. A light wind blows again, sending a dried leaf swirling in the distant smell of the earth into the air. For the first time, the sunlight feels less harsh. Maybe a good walk is good? I need to visit the grocery store. Come to think of it, wasn't there an art store that opened recently near the park? The cat's name is... I can't say that name. Or at least that's what his colour says. What? Wait, what's going on? There's a cat now? I'm confused. It's an odd name to give a cat in my opinion, but it speaks glance much like the one that carries it. It shows in the way he swishes his tail and his eyes follow my hand every movement. I'm not sure what he finds fascinating in me, to be honest. I wasn't in the very pitch of the grace when he found me, after all. It was a bad idea carrying 2 heavy bags on a newly bought art material and grocery without help for a short ride home. In hindsight, perhaps I shouldn't have brought all of those at the same time. I didn't even make it past the park. And now I'm shuffling underneath the glaring afternoon sun, hunched up on a park bench and drenched in sweat, in the company of a cat curious watching my every movement. I hope it stays where it is. It's just a black cat, but back at home, they're considered ill omens.
Don't look at me like that. I can act graceful as well if I want to.
Not that I've ever acted graceful in my life, of course. Growing up with a rowdy younger brothers and sisters does that. Or maybe it's the opposite. Mama used to call me a little troublemaker before. Well, graceful or not, there's no use moping. A short breather and then I'm off home. Besides, it isn't like a company bad, even if it's a cat. As long as it doesn't bite or crosses my path.
Where's your owner, anyway?
He has one, doesn't he? An owner? That's what the collar is for, isn't it? A bandage is wrapped around on its paw, though. I wonder what happened to it. Did it run away?
Well, if you don't have one, I won't be able to take you in. My apartment doesn't allow pets.
Keep the cat.
I tried to bring one home before. A cat. Not black, of course. And Rebecca threw a fit before the landlady could.
Aw. I take a small packet of sweet from the beside me and pop it open. As I'm about to put one into my mouth, he meows. and my hands stop.
Do you want one?
He doesn't meow again as if expecting him to, but I take his unblinking gaze as a yes. I shift the piece on my palm and hold it out to him warily. He sniffs at it once, twice before.
Baruthia!
Uh-oh. Hello, it's you. You have your cat. That's your cat. Good to know. Like a good, properly trained cat, Baruthia responded as soon as he's called. Recognized from all as soon as a head snaps to the distraction of the voice. Miss McCall, it's hard to miss, what with her height.
I'm sorry. Did my cat hurt you? Miss Santos, was it? I'm surprised to see you here.
Nice to meet you again, Miss McCullough.
Were you harmed in any way? I'm sorry. Baruthiel's not exactly fond of other people. He even ran away from the veterinarian right now.
Oh no, he was just sniffing my hand earlier.
My Baruthiel's a she.
Oh shit. See, of all times, I thought the pause of conversation, if this can be called one, is uncomfortable. With only two people walking different jobs for the same client. Frankly, meeting like this don't often happen a lot, and if it does, a simple nodding to the head is enough. Talk about her cat. Talk about her job. Talk about her cat. Oh, she didn't like that. Okay. Shit. She's like, how dare you? I keep my tongue contusion and warm.
I'm actually surprised you have a cat, Miss McCullough.
And why exactly is that? There are a lot of people who have pets.
Yeah, but not a black one.
Oh, that's
I'm amazed
why.
you're taking care of one.
Oh, Isabella. I thought when you meant talk about the cat is more of how long have you had the cat? That's pretty cute. And oh my god. Isabella. We're not gonna go back because we are keeping our storyline. No changes, but oh my god. Now I wish I'd chosen the work.
I don't understand what you're trying to get at. Is there a problem with my cat?
No.
No, not at all. She's very sweet. Just in other cultures, aren't they a sign of bad luck?
Isabella. Back at home it is. My grandmother used to tell me stories about it.
Nothing has happened to me so far.
Displeasure is evident on her face. I've had a black cat before. His name was Midnight. We thought he was a female throughout his whole life, until we took him to the vet when he got sick. Only to find out that she was a he. It was a very interesting day. I think we thought that he thought 3 years we thought that he was a girl. 3 years. But the thing is, my mom knew all about it, but because we wanted a female cat, she said it was a female cat, so we just kept saying it was just a female until we found out, oh, it's a man, it's a boy. Oh, of course, I've forgotten that for the others, black cats are an omen of good luck. There you go again, running your mouth off, Isabella. I agree, Isabella. You're grounded. I rack my brain for a way to remember the certification, but she holds out a hand.
This is a good place to stop and end this conversation, don't you think so?
I agree.
It is good to see you again, Santos.
A complete dismiss as I ever heard one. I watched as he leaves, although he stops shortly before crossing the tree hole separating the park and street. He faces me again, looking like something she had forgotten to say.
By the way, about the Ermengarde mansion, with my clients, it's the rights. I mean, I hope you don't mind me asking, but has the deal been finalized?
There's still a few papers they need, but the house is more or less theirs now.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Wait, about the mansion, the
letter, the same one they saw. Whoever she is, he's asking for help. Someone. I want to tell Miss McCord that the unbanned legends aren't just legends anymore. They're real. She is not going to believe me.
Don't mind me. I need to go too. Have a good day, Miss McCullough.
I hesitantly picked up the bags and left the bench and ran as far as my legs can take me. In that moment, what I'm carrying in my hands weighed far lighter than the overwhelming guilt trying to consume me. Home. I want to go home. Anywhere where I won't be reminded of the house, of her, of my own cowardliness. The food tastes less appetizing tonight. A pity. One would think that someone who has been on the cushioned bing of instant noodle would find home-cooked meal enjoyable. Oh my god, adorable. But it isn't. Hunger isn't what I'm grueling at tonight, neither are my sore muscles. The TV runs loudly in the background, but what it says barely registers in my brain. It's hard when things you're trying to forget keep returning in front of your mind. It distracts you, eats at you, devours you. I wish this would stop. I wish I wouldn't be the only one who picked it up. I wish it was somebody else.
In other local news, a woman was found dead in her home. Luxbourne police officials are currently investigating the crime scene, but has classified the case as homicide.
Huh?
The victim, identified as Rose Pamela Cooper, 33 years old, working as a real estate agent.
What? Rose?
Discovered lying in a pool of blood in her two-bedroom flat with the words "Help me" repeatedly written on the walls.
Oh no. No! Rose! Is that why we didn't have a friendship with her? Because she was meant to die anyway? Discovered lying in the pool of blood in her two-bedroom flat with the words "Help me." Oh my god. No. No. This isn't. That isn't what I want. That isn't supposed to happen. None of this is supposed to happen. No one's supposed to die. Those are just stories, right? Legends. That's what everyone has kept telling me. So why? And Immediately, I rushed to my study table to insert on my phone. My hands, my cold from dread, clung tightly to it as soon as I touched its edges. A piece of folded paper, the letter lying unassumed beside it, slipped to the floor when I picked up the device. But I paid it no mind. There are more important things. Right now. Right now. I need to call her. I need to call her. I was with her. I was just with her not long ago. And she was okay. No. 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 It isn't Rose, I'm sure of this. I just talked to her and a sob escapes me, and the hot tears began to blur my vision. One after another, they trickled down, weighted by the very same guilt I refused to admit I've been carrying from the very start, and the same one I've been hiding from, or the same one that has put the people I care about in danger. My hands shake as I navigate to Rose's number on my contact list. She'll answer, right? That's what she always does. She'll pick it up, tells me to turn down the waterworks, and calls me a wuss afterwards.
She'll answer. Please answer, Rose.
Again and again I dial, whispering, praying, pleading.
Come on, Rose! Don't do this to me! Please pick up! I know you're there, Rose. You're not dead. Please tell me you're not.
This adds to the series of deaths and disappearances that has plagued Luxbourne in the recent years. The authorities are currently looking at a possible link with the notorious Anselm Butcher case.
The TV runs loudly in the background. A deafening static sounds from my phone speakers, but in my ears I can only hear the screams, her pleas, her whispers, "Help me. We are not safe." Oh my lord. fuck? Oh my god. That is depressing. Okay. I think this is a good spot to end it. Oh my god. Okay. I am going to end it here. I'm very, very sad that Rose has died. But, oh my god. It's fine. I'm a bit sad, but it's fine. We are going to end the stream here. And I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like. Well, leave a like on YouTube. I don't know if you can like a stream. But yeah. Until tomorrow, well, we'll have 2 streams. We'll have Portal 2 with Sparrow. And another game that we are still deciding, but it'll be a group game with some friends. So hopefully you'll be expecting 2 streams tomorrow. Until next time, well, tomorrow, I shall see you again. Goodbye!